It's unbelievable.
Right, really?
Yeah, I think they've got to be plastic sort of sewn on. But you can't, they don't get that big. They just don't come that big.
Oh, I don't know.
Here we are back in the studio, myself and the lovely Poppy Rose.
Hey, it's great to be here, Terry.
Yes.
Though I have to say, before we start, I see something different about you.
Right.
There seems to be a little more around the beard here. What's
Do you
this?
like the beard?
Copper Sunrise,
Good,
it looks to
good
me.
style, right?
It does.
Yeah.
So you are going to be Father Christmas this year, or is this
I'm
just
thinking about branching out into
blame you.
Christmas.
I don't blame you.
But for now, we are going to talk about...
Indeed we are, yes. My operation, my SRS operation, or which is known as sex realignment surgery.
Which is...
Painful.
No, but which is what actually does it entail?
Well, it basically entails turning my knob inside out and make it into vagina.
Right.
You know, once in a lifetime experience.
Right, okay.
You know, which I'm really looking forward to.
Okay, so I have got a list of questions around this operation that you're going to have.
Ask away, Terry.
Right,
And I'll
you
see what I
ready?
can, yeah, go for it, yes.
Okay then, how does it feel to be about to go through this operation?
Well, that's very strange, because I was thinking about it last night. Having waited 59 years for this, the countdown for the last few days, about 5 days ago, it's very surreal, you know?
Right.
I mean, it certainly feels exciting. My gosh, I'm really excited about it. And every time I think about it, I have to smile.
Right.
But
are you scared?
Good heavens, no way.
No?
No, I'm going to be running, laughing and skipping to that surgery, you know, yes. Jumping on the bed, yeah.
But
Say,
I imagine it's going to be painful, right?
Well, yeah, it'd be painful, yeah. But they see that again, having waited for 59 years for this, it's been painful. This is going to be one condensed, like a few weeks of pain, whereas it's been 59 years of pain. So I'm quite happy to have the little condensed pain, get it over with.
Yes.
Because the end result is fantastic.
Right, you got a good point, okay. Are you worried that the operation may go wrong in some way? What can go wrong?
Well, there's not really a lot can go wrong, really. Apparently, you can if you don't look after it, if you're not hygienic, you can get various infections and such. But
Does that happen
the
in
worst
real
that can
life,
happen, according to the doctor, is that I can end up with a colostomy bag because it doesn't work properly. But that's only if I don't look after it.
If it don't work properly, in what way?
Well, no, if something goes really wrong because of my neglect of it, if I don't that with a colostomy bag, you know, so I have to weave it into a bag for the rest of my life.
Oh, okay.
That is a very rare occurrence.
And that's if you don't clean.
Well, that's if
your
I don't
bits?
clean it and, you know, and look after it, because
Right.
I've got to go through all this procedure for at least for the next 6 months at least, and then eventually you start doing less and less. But you still have to be
Right.
very careful what I do. But if I get infections, it can go wrong. But that would only really be if I didn't
Right.
actually look after it. So it's not really a lot can go
Do
wrong.
you clean your penis now?
Oh, every now and again, yeah. I look
Yeah.
at it and say hello to it, and you know. Make
No,
sure
you
it's
should
clean.
be fine. If you clean your bits
Oh,
now,
yeah,
you clean your
of course I
bits
do,
then.
yeah, put it all foreskin back,
Right.
put it all clean.
Yeah.
You know? Yes.
Right.
I do after the operation. Are you going to celebrate?
If I could afford it, I would. Unfortunately, I'm going to after the operation, I'm going to lay in that bed and have a little cry. I think I might have a cry actually about it. Grab some more painkillers, have a good sleep.
Right.
I
Yeah,
think.
but will you?
I will.
celebrate at a
Oh
later
yeah.
date?
I definitely celebrate. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I'd like to throw a party actually, but I'm going to throw a party actually the day before I go in hospital. I'm going to barbecue. They'll come round, and I've called it off with the old, in with the new barbecue. You know.
Okay.
So,
right.
but I would love to celebrate afterwards, and hell, I might be able to afford to. Yeah, if I can afford it. Yeah,
Right,
I'm
okay.
sure I will in some
we
way.
need to get back to work. So.
Well, that's it. Six months I'll get back to work, I reckon.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. So if you get with a new partner,
Yeah.
do you have a partner now?
No. But I'm
No.
still looking. If anyone's interested, you know, they must have loads
Right.
of money.
Okay. What
Yeah.
would you choose to tell them? I mean, would you be quite private about that sort of thing, or are you?
No, I think actually if you're private about it, you're making a rod for your own back, you see, because a lot of people are being murdered, beaten up, because their new partner has found out that the object of their desire used to be a penis, and then they usually get beaten up, don't know about it.
Right,
My life isn't a secret, and it wouldn't be a secret then. Hell, you know, I'd be stupid if I was to try to lie about it, because I mean, I like to think I'm passable, but I have to say I don't pass.
But do you think it'd be something that you'll just openly declare to rant? You know.
Yeah, of course I will. Hey,
Yeah.
So do you think that you'll view yourself differently?
No, I won't view myself any differently. Right?
You feel differently?
I will definitely feel
Yeah.
different. In which way, I don't know yet. Because they do say that my sexual orientation, which has always been bisexual, can change, right? And they have some people who have actually, if I can get it right, have like fancied men after the operation they change fancy to women, or vice versa. Apparently, it does. Your sexual orientation does apparently change. Not in everybody. I don't know why. Not in everybody, but sometimes it changes. Right? Mine may not change at all. It may change. It might not change. I really don't know. But either way, whatever way, I would be very open about what I've done. You know, I'm open about it now, for God's sake. You know, yeah.
You are.
Everybody knows.
Right.
Yeah. Come to the party.
Yes. Yeah. So what do your family think about you having?
Well, I'd like to think my children support me, and which they do, actually. I think they've got reservations, or one has, only because she doesn't want to lose her dad, right? But as I keep trying to say, I'm still the same person anyhow, right?
Right.
My brothers...
Is that because, when you say you don't want to lose your dad, is that because they secretly want you to change back?
No, but I think she just liked to call me Dad. You know, it was Dad.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like they
oh, no.
See your bits, is it?
No. But I don't know. But I know one of them, bless her, you know, would prefer that I didn't do it.
Right.
Like, she won't stop me in any way, and she would support me in doing it. But she would prefer I didn't. My other daughter's 100% behind me. Again, whether she prefer me to or not, she is supporting me. They all support me, right, in what I want to do. And they say, provided I'm happy. You know, that's great. I wouldn't ask for any more.
But this is the ultimate for you, isn't it? Getting the operation?
It's the ultimate thing you can do. There is nothing else you can do in this world that is as ultimate as changing your sex.
Yeah.
You know, but I do want to get a bit bigger boobs.
But do you, just to go back, if you've got a penis at the moment, right, do you still feel in any way like a man?
No,
like,
no.
Because you've got a man's bits?
No. I feel like a fraud, right? Okay. Because I'm a woman.
Right.
But yeah, I haven't got the woman's bits. And I think a lot of transgender people feel that way. They feel they're women, but they've still got this male thing, right? And that I think it hurts you inside. So once that's gone, now I feel completely woman.
Yeah.
I want change generally in how I feel, but it was just that I won't feel like I'm being a fraud. You know, I'm definitely it now. You know, and though nobody will really know unless they see me swimming or they see me sunbathing naked on the beach in Yarmouth, you know, the difference. No one's going to see it, right? But I will know it's different, you know, and that in myself, it will make a difference for me. So, I mean, from the moment, I'm going to be viewed the same. The moment I go into that surge, into that theatre, as I will when I come out, no one's going to know, unless I choose to tell them, all right?
Or you go sunbathing nude.
Or I go sunbathing nude on Cromer Beach, or Yarmouth Beach, you know, which I do sometimes. That's a lie, by the way.
I don't actually think that's allowed, I'll be honest.
No, that is... I'll tell you, I never get much
right,
for it.
Let's move on. Yeah. Okay, so how long does the operation take?
Well, I'm told it takes about 5 hours, right?
Right, okay.
I always laugh and joke that we might probably take a little longer because it's quite a lot to remove, you know.
Right, and I'll just add this because you shown me.
I didn't show you it.
A video.
That's a lie.
You showed me a video once of the operation. Just to clear this up, your penis doesn't get chopped off.
No. It just gets rearranged, you know.
It goes inwards.
Yeah, inwards. Yeah.
So your penis doesn't get chopped off.
I'm not an expert for 1 second on it. Apparently, there's inside the man there is they've got a cavity where they can stick it in, apparently.
Yeah.
So they just turn it all inside out. That's all.
So, but your hole, so to speak, will be as long as your penis.
I'm expecting a good length. You know, who isn't? You know.
Right.
Well, I expect a nice, decent length. We shall find out. Having said that, I won't be able to tell you until I've had the operation.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Ask me then.
But just so the operation it goes inwards.
Yeah, they push it inwards. They just somehow magically they turn it all inside out and make it look whatever, you know.
And once you've had the operation, do you have follow-up appointments to check how it all is? Or?
I'm not 100% sure. I think you probably will at the doctors, etc. But if there's no complications, you know, you probably won't. I haven't said that. I'm not 100% sure of that.
Right.
I know I've got another appointment booked at Charing Cross. But that was booked before the operation came up. So
they don't explain none of that to you.
They explain everything.
Soon,
they explain everything.
Right.
But I'll get ahead like a sieve. I have.
Right.
You know, the only thing I'm worried about is make sure I get there.
Right. Okay. Right.
But the basic, so because I've got a number for the nurse, right? If there's any problems, you can give her a call straight away.
Right.
You know, sometimes antibiotics will just put it right. You know.
Do you know any other trans people that have had the operation?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, quite a few people.
Okay, yeah. And what do they say about it all?
Well, tell you the truth, I've never asked them because far as I'm concerned, it's their business. If they want to tell me about it, I
really you're not intrigued to ask?
No, I'm not intrigued to ask. It's going to happen. If I, you know,
right.
It's not something.
Is that a question you shouldn't ask somebody?
No, I'm not saying you shouldn't ask it, but I don't need to ask it.
Right.
You know, I'm not. It's not. I'm not making my mind up. You know, do I or don't I? I'm doing it. There's never ever been any doubt. I'm doing it. So I haven't got any need to ask anybody to make my mind up, to put it in the balance. It's always been that way. So and the people have had it done. As far as I'm concerned, it's their business. If they want to tell me about it, I don't mind. Listen, but I don't need to ask.
So at the beginning, did you seek advice of the professionals, or did you do your research about it all and then go and seek advice?
Not really. I just went to the doctor one day with a friend and explained that I was transgender, blah, etc. And it just sort of like rolled from there, you know. And then you go to Charing Cross, and then you get on the waiting list, and they ask you, do you want the operation? Because there's a few different procedures you can have. You can have basically. You can have just a hole for peeing out of, sort of thing.
Right.
And there's, no, I'm not exactly sure it goes, but there are sort of few different procedures. I have to admit, I'm not 100% sure of it. It's not everybody has a vagina, right? I thought I'd go the whole way, you know. Well, I'm not taxpayers paying for it, so let's go all the way.
Right, you probably should say you're going to annoy taxpayers.
Oh, I annoy a lot of taxpayers now you mention it, you know, so it doesn't matter a lot. But no, I've always wanted a vagina, and that's what I'm going to have. But some people don't have that. They have their penis and testicles removed, and they have a little hole for peeing out or whatever. It depends what you want, right?
How long have you waited for this?
Well, I have waited on the waiting list, right? Yeah. 3 years.
3 years?
But as I always say, I've waited 59 years.
Right.
But if you talk about the waiting list, from the time the time I decided to have surgery, and I went to Charing Cross, right? Because you don't always have to go to Charing Cross. If you're transgender, you can just like see the doctor and that way, but they generally refer you to Charing Cross if you want surgery, etc. Or there's a possibility you want surgery, and it's about 3 years ago when I started. I think it's about 3 years actually, about the time it takes place actually.
Right. Okay.
And which isn't bad considering how a lot of people have to wait a long time. You know, unfortunately, there's a very shortage of funding available for this sort of operation. But when you consider the difference it makes to people's lives, it is actually life saving. I always say that, but I'm having a life-saving operation, because it is actually. If the situation was I wasn't going to have it, I'm not sure how I would want to keep living. But I would say, I've looked at it this way: the fact that I'm going to have the surgery keeps me alive. You know, it's something to look forward to. But when the day comes, I know I'm going to have it. That's when I come alive. You know.
Was that an innuendo? You come alive?
Well, not really, but if you want to call that, you can.
Right, okay, we'll move on. I've gone too far, right? Yeah. Okay. While we're actually on that sort of area,
coming alive.
How long is it before you can have sexual intercourse?
Well, I'm told in about 3 months, right? I mean, I think there's not really a set rule. It depends on who you are. Some people heal better than others. You may get an infection, which makes it longer, right? But I think you've got to wait the best part of 3 months for the best.
And
do I intend to have sex?
No, I'm sure you do. I know what you like, right? So yes, I'll be the first one.
Well,
yeah,
anyway,
I've got a little red book in my pocket. I'll put it on there. Yeah.
The orgasm, you can still orgasm.
Now that's a good question, right? I have no idea. Some people say you can, some people say you can't. I think it's a luck of the draw, right?
Would you be gutted if you couldn't?
I'll be disappointed.
You mean it's a sort of hit and miss? You don't.
Well, yeah, it depends how it works. Some you know, it can. Some people can have orgasms. They say it's not self-lubricated, but some people self-lubricate, right? It depends on the person, I think, how it goes. If I couldn't orgasm, I wouldn't necessarily be gutted. I'd be peed off about it. But the fact it's not. I'm not doing this to have sex, right? This is although that is a byproduct and a very enjoyable byproduct. The reason I'm doing it is because I don't like what I've got down there, right? I want to go swimming and not have a bulge, right? I want to lay naked on the beach at Great Yarmouth.
I don't actually think you can lay naked on the beach at Great Yarmouth.
At midnight, you probably could.
Right.
So it's not for sex. So if I can't have orgasm, well, I'll be peed off about it, but it's not the end of the world.
But what do the professionals say? Do they say?
Well, no, they say you should be able to.
Oh, okay.
Right, but there's kind of two frames that think. Some say you can't, or some people say you can. But the amount, it all depends on the person.
Right.
You know, there's no, it's not straight forward case you can. You know, for some reason I might not be able to. I don't know. It doesn't always work.
Are you intrigued to try that out? You know, as soon as possible. Not necessarily.
Well, I can wait till it comes along with the right person, but I wouldn't like to wait too long. You know, not as long as I waited for the vagina. You know, would like to try that at some point. If, you know, hell, I'm 59 now, you know, 10 years time I'll be over the hill, so.
After this operation, is there any other operation?
Well, yes, there is, but I won't be able to afford it. I'd like to do a bit of facial work, sort my nose out a little bit more lips.
What would you like to have?
I like, well, lips more sort of feminine, right? My face more feminine.
Like one of those pouts that people have, like. They have like
a man, probably, you know, probably sort of taking a little bit so it looks more feminine, right? I can't afford it, so that probably won't happen. I'd like to get my hairline better. Again, I can't afford it, so that may not happen. I like bigger boobs, but I'm hoping that I keep taking hormones, they'll grow. So there would be, if in an ideal world, right? But I don't suppose I can afford it really, because, you know, a lot of that, you have to pay for that yourself, right? So the only thing you really get on the NHS is the actual, you know, the vagina, the SRS, sexual realignment surgery. So unless you want got some money, Terry, you know, a bit of money.
You never know. You never know.
That's a few grand, Terry. Yeah.
Give it time.
Give us some money. Yeah.
Yes.
You've had the operation. What is the process of recovery?
Well, basically, I'm told I wake up with a very, very tight belt around my waist, which is the tightest belt I've ever had in my life, she says. It'll be very uncomfy.
What, that's what it'll feel like?
No, apparently they put a belt around you, and your new vagina, my new vagina, will be all bung full of whatever to keep it open, right? And I had this real tight belt around me.
So they have to put something in there to keep the whole...
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I mean, if you have to dilate, right? I think that's the right word, dilate. I'm sure it is. And I mean, every 6 hours, I think, or every 5 hours, right? For probably at least for the first couple of months, because if you don't, it closes up. It's just, basically, it's a wound, right? And if you don't dilate, keep it open, it just closes up, right?
Right.
So you have to do that, and I've got to wash it and keep it clean. I could do it every 5 hours.
So if you've got stuff up there to keep it open, what about when you need a wee?
Well, no, they take it all out when the time comes. Okay. That's the dilating, you see. That's where the dilating comes. You shove this, well, it's like a big bloody great dildo, actually, to be honest with you. And you shove that up there every 5 hours, and that keeps it open. It's just basically just keeps the wound apart. And I have to do that all my life. But after a few years, I can cut down maybe once a week, right? And they said even if you have sex regularly, you have got to dilate anyhow because it's doing the same job, right? All it is, he just shoves up there to keep it open, right? The wound. And I have to do that, say, when I come out of hospital, I mean, it's every 5 hours, I think, every 6 hours, for 20 minutes. The thing is, apparently, because there's a big muscle, which they have to cut through or something, and then so the muscle's not used to having anything poked through it, so you have to ram this through this muscle. Eventually, apparently, it gets used to it. There's basically keeping it clean and washing it out, you know, sort of soaping it, keep it soapy clean. Baths, apparently, whereas I like showers, so I have to have a bath. And that's really all there is to it, really, you know. And basically, you just take it easy. You know, you can't obviously do anything strenuous sort of a few weeks.
Who's looking after you?
Well, basically, I'm looking after myself, but my daughter's there looking after me. So I'll say my daughter. She will be looking after me.
Are you sort of allowed to get out of bed and...
Oh, yeah, I'm going to run about the next day, I am. I mean, that said, I don't suppose I'll want to get out of bed for a couple of days, right. But as soon as I get out of bed, I shall be out of bed. Yes, because I want to get back to work, you know, as such.
So once the operation's done, I mean, it'll be quite a big milestone for you to have passed.
Oh yeah, it'll be a hell of a milestone.
Is there anything else in life? You know, you've gone through this.
Well, there isn't. I've got lots of things I want to do. I can't think of any right now, but I would actually like to. I would actually like to find a partner and settle down.
Right. Okay.
You know, a nice lady or a nice gentleman.
Do you feel okay? Do you feel having a penis currently, when you're trying to find a partner? Do you think that's a bad thing?
A very, very bad thing. Yes, ladies don't want to know because they're going to be lesbians. They don't want to know. Right. Okay. And the fellas who do want to know only want to know for the sort of like novelty value. You know. Right. So I'm not saying they're weird, but for 1 minute, but you know, it's a kind of a novelty thing, really. You know. So I mean, I'm actually, when you're dating as a transgender person, you're in the middle. You're neither here nor there, right? And I'm pretty sure most transgender people would say the same thing. You just can't get dates because you know you're neither a woman or a man. You know you might be a woman, but if you want to go out with a fella, he doesn't really want the penis, you know. And if you want to go out with a girl, she don't want the penis either. You know, you've got this dirty great lump where you don't want it, in the wrong place. And it does make a difference. So I'm hoping that when it's all over, it'll make a difference. You know?
So I know you've been on dating websites in the past. Yeah. Is that something you put in your profile? Whether you've
Oh yeah, I always put in my profile that that I'm I used to say transgender. Now I say transsexual because it's transgender and being transsexual are two different things. Transsexual, you have to have well, but I look at it this way: if you're transgender, you just change your gender, right, to a certain extent, but you still get your penis.
Right.
But if you're going to change your penis, then you become transsexual because you've changed your sex as well.
Right.
I mean, that is just how I look at it. I don't suppose everybody looks at it like that, but I do. But I always tell people, I would never actually go out with anybody who didn't know the truth, because basically it'd be damn sight embarrassing if you're in a restaurant having a nice meal and the subject comes up and they walk out on you, to say the least. You can't lie to people about it, because you're just making a rough of your own back if you do. You're gonna get hurt. So I always tell the truth. Again, people might disagree with me.
So you're quite excited in the fact that if you have it done, it could enhance your chances.
I wouldn't say I'm excited. I would say I'm hopeful.
Right.
But hopeful and excitement are pretty different things, right? But if it doesn't, well, it doesn't. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Well, you've come this far, right? I'm sure that there's going to be a partner at some point.
Well, it is, but as I said before, all this isn't for sex.
Well,
it's for me. So if I don't end up meeting anybody, because if I did meet somebody, sex would be involved. I hope it would be. Then well, that's, at least I can die knowing that my body is as it should be. Yeah, I could die happy, shall we say? But if it involves meeting the right person, falling in love, have a lifelong relationship, great, it's certainly a bonus, and I certainly wouldn't say no. But I just hopefully,
Okay, this is good.
And the next question, Terry.
And the next question is...
Make it a good one, eh?
I've had famous people do it. I wondered if you'd do it. Some people get a mould of their willy. So at this stage, if you've got it, you can have it on your mantelpiece,
I've got some pictures of it.
Right.
Which I'll keep for a while.
Yeah, but pictures is pictures, but you could have like a mould and put it on your mantelpiece.
Yeah, but trouble is it'd be too big.
You keep saying it's so big, right?
It'd be a hell of a mantelpiece to hold.
Right.
I mean, it's been hard holding it as it is.
Right, okay. Dangle load, is it?
That's it, yeah.
Okay, Poppy, so one important question. How much does the operation actually cost?
Well, as I understand it, Terry, and I did look on Google and found out.
Right.
It's the operation itself is about £12,500. It did say that for the complete procedure, that is like from the time I assume you go to the doctor and you first say you're transgender and you wanted the sex realignment operation till the completion, it said about £19,500. That was from male to female. So, but from female to male.
And that covers what again?
That covers the operation, and I'm assuming they're talking about all the hormones, the pills you have, and everything. The doctor's time.
So that includes your breasts?
No, not. But this is just the operation.
The hormones.
It's just what they call the bottom half.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So you have hormones as well. You doing the process, right? Because what it's supposed to do, it's supposed to redistribute the fat. Because women have more hips than men do, so it's supposed to redistribute the fat, but. The whole procedure, according to what I read, and this was an NHS website, and it says it's about £19,500 for the male to female, but the female to male, which is slightly more complicated because they have to build the penis,
right,
is about £24,000. I mean, I suppose about a couple of years old, I imagine, the actual information that I read.
And that is something that you get funding for?
Yeah, it's all free. I say free, but it's all paid for by the NHS. I mean, we all pay taxes, myself included, and that's paid by the NHS. I'm actually going to a private hospital, but it's still being funded by the NHS.
Right.
Yeah.
But you feel that it's very important.
It is very important because when you consider the difference it makes to people's lives, myself included, because as I said before, it's a life-changing thing, and to live in the wrong body is bad enough, but to have the wrong genitals makes it even worse. And the suicide rate amongst transgender people is very high, And myself, I don't think if I wasn't going to have this operation, I don't think I would want to live forever, that much longer. You know, I never expect to live this long anyhow. And I know a lot of people do commit suicide over it. So it improves the well-being of the people, and that saves the NHS money anyhow. You know, because obviously you get mental stress, mental conditions, you know, mental breakdowns, they all cost money. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean,
well, I can imagine it could lead to psychological issues if you don't.
Psychological issues and being transgender go hand in hand, right? And if you're working, that's time off work. You know, it costs the country. As far as I'm concerned, £19,500 is money well spent.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, no doubt there are people who disagree with that. But and £24,500 for a lady, a woman to go to a man is, again, it's well spent money, because when you consider the effect it has on the psychological effect, and then, you know, the saving we will have on the NHS with future problems, because although it doesn't necessarily change anything, it just makes me to feel complete.
Quite a lot, really.
Yeah, like I said, I'm the complete. I don't feel like a fraud. I feel I am a woman. You know, I'm a woman, and people say I'm a woman, but I'm still. There's something there that is different to it, but I then become the same as them.
Yeah.
And psychologically, that is a big step forward, I think.
Okay then, Poppy, thanks again for another interview. I genuinely hope you do the best. We've become very good friends over the last year or two, and I wish you all the success in the world.
Oh,
genuinely.
thanks, Terry. It's, I think everything should go well. I think in my life, I think now it's just starting, I think, and it's great having your friendship, and thanks for everything. Okay, all right,
good luck.
And I'll see you, no doubt, again after the operation.
Yes. Or on the lift home.
Or on the lift home. Well, if you've got a bike and come pick me up, yeah.
Oh, okay, right.